Hello, accountability buddies. This is Les with another episode of Less is More Healthy. I am coming to you from the car, which feels pretty typical these days. I'm on my way to work, but before I get to work, I'm running errands for work, which is part of work and will be counted towards my hours for work. So, anyway, um, I am not going for a walk today for so many reasons. It's 34 degrees. I'm not ready for that. I need to get my other jacket out to be prepared for this cold. I also need to have that out and ready for when we go to Maine. Um, it is colder up there than it is down here. And it looks like I'm just going to have to get that bigger, fluffier, warmer jacket out sooner than I did last year. Last year I wore this jacket all winter long and felt toasty warm all winter. This is also something I noticed in the past when I was healthier. Um, Particularly as I have lost weight in the past, I've felt colder. And I don't know if feeling warm all the time is a type 2 diabetes thing or not. I suspect it is. Um, but I am someone who, up until recently, would have told you I never feel cold. I'm always warm. I'm someone who um, keeps the heat down low. I put a sweater on rather than turn up the heat, and I'm usually pretty comfortable. I very rarely feel cold. I've been feeling cold a lot lately, um, and like I said, I think it's related to losing weight because this has happened before. Um, so yeah. Anyway, I am not going for a walk today because I'm cold and I need to get my other jacket out. I did not go for a walk yesterday because we ran errands for most of the day. I had to pick up pellets. I had to pick up some things to repair a door. Um, we did laundry. Basically, yesterday was just taken up with busy stuff, which is a bit of a bummer. That, busy stuff that needs to be done. And I will be going for a walk tomorrow, definitely, so long as the weather holds. I probably should have checked the weather report, but I do have errands that I have to run this morning. Uh, so I am the thing that I wanted to talk about today, and I can't see the timestamp on there, so I'm going to blather on, and then when it feels like it's time to end, I will end. The thing that I wanted to talk about today, it feels a little embarrassing, and it has to do with the changing landscape of my body. Um, and it does feel a little embarrassing. So, as I've gotten older, my skin has changed. I've got areas of skin that are damaged from stretch marks. Because when I gained weight in my early 30s, I gained weight really quickly, and I do have some stretch marks from that weight gain, and um, that area of skin is not elastic in the way that it used to be or was once upon a time. And so as I'm like thinking about this stuff, I'm thinking about the elasticity of my skin. I'm thinking about all of those things. Now, beside that point, the thing that is happening is as I've lost weight, I have skin folds that I did not have before and may not entirely disappear. And I think this is a struggle for anyone. And I've read other things from other people about this sort of thing. Um, and perhaps, I know this is probably one of those areas of conversation no one really wants to talk about. But skin issues are real as your body is changing, and skin issues are real for me right now. And I am someone who has been really fortunate throughout their life to not have a whole lot of skin issues. I've been really fortunate that I didn't have a huge amount of acne as a teenager. I've had very few uh, like dry skin problems, very few, very small amounts of them. I have had some darkening of the skin due to type 2 diabetes. I did have a persistent dry skin patch due to type 2 diabetes. And most of all of that has cleared up. I can't remember the name of the darkening of the skin. That's disappeared. I had that on my neck. The dry skin I had on my leg due to type 2 diabetes has disappeared. Um, but the thing that has happened is now that I'm no longer cycling as much as I was, my I am not wearing clothing that holds my skin in place. One of the great things about cycling is you wear spandex shorts. You wear things that kind of act as athletic spanks, right? And because of that, my skin stayed held tight to my body and didn't move around. But also, I didn't have um, flaps of skin that trapped moisture. If I did have flaps of skin that trapped moisture, um, they were held up and snug to the body. Air was able to get in there and keep it cool and dry. And now that I'm no longer wearing um, that sort of athletic gear, um, I am having skin issues. Specifically, um, I'm getting pretty minor skin infections. From where I sweat. And then that sweat sits and collects. And then, bacteria grow in that sweat. It is embarrassing. It smells bad. But worst of all, it hurts and itches. I do have creams and ointments and whatnot for it. Um, but again, it is embarrassing to have that sort of thing happen. It's embarrassing to have something that kind of smells bad on your body and then having to take care of that, trying to figure out like, what do I do with it? And in my case, the dentist has suggested some antifungal and antibacterial creams. So first off, or I am starting with an antifungal cream for a week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks I do that, and then once that clears up the fungal infection, then there will be antibiotics. So to help heal the skin. Then ongoing, I will use like a foot powder in that fold to keep it clean and dry. I'm also looking at like athletic undershirts that might hold that skin in place, keeping it separated so that it doesn't hold the moisture, or if it doesn't stay separated, at least it will have something in there to wick out any sweat. I have um you know God, this feels really awkward and embarrassing. But I have spent some time, like, I do clean after I go for a walk, after I sweat, I do wipe myself down so that I am not sitting in sweaty clothes and whatnot. Um, so yeah, so anyway, the fungal infections from skin folds are real. Um, and it's awkward and embarrassing to talk about, but also I think super necessary. Um, so yeah, if you have any issues with skin folds and fungal infections or bacterial infections, what have you done in the past to help clear it up? Anyway, um, uh, that's where I'm at. I hope all of you are well. Um, I will see you in the next episode. Thanks and bye.